past, engage with its present, and envision its future. My ICI, my pride. Let us all race for ICI motto.
येष सुप्तेषु जागृति येष सुप्तेषु जागृति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमानः निर्विमानः तदेवमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः तस्मिन् लोषः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यधिकश्चन नान्यधिकश्चन एतद्वैत 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 एतद्वैत.
Thank you. Please be seated. We respectfully recognize the presence of distinguished dignitaries, past presidents, past chair.
And the past President Balakrishnan sir, the Central Council members, and members from the different branches, senior members of the profession, students, a very good evening to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you as a SIRC chairperson from a place Guntur. I am the first person who became the chairman of SIRC from my place. I welcome the President ICAI who belongs to our own region and also my own state. He is from Visakhapatnam. Basically, he is from a small place which is the border of Andhra and Tamil Nadu. I am the fortunate to see his native place. It is a very small village and which divides their village into two states. The road, one side it is Tamil Nadu, one side it is Andhra Pradesh. From that small village, he reached the position of the president, and His leadership qualities started on from the student days itself, as he was the SICASA chairman, SICASA vice chairman, and from there he started his journey as a SIRC and first Visakhapatnam branch, and after that SIRC chairman, after that Central Council member, and finally he became the president of ICAI. There is no other match to Prasanna Kumar sir, because he came from the student days to the president level, so he knows every branch level, what the branch is going on, what regional council is working, where the every issue, every place, and also he worked meticulously for the past years as Central Council member in examination and every area, infrastructure committee, every committees he worked meticulously. I hope he is the only Central Council member who stayed more than 300 days in Delhi for the council meetings or otherwise. And that's why I hope the profession is in safe hands. And also I welcome our Vice President. Recently only I came to know that he lost his election with 13 votes, sir, 3 votes only. Sir, I lost my regional council election once with 13 votes, sir. After that I became SIR chairman, sir. Like that, he lost the election with 3 votes and bounced back to a Central Council member and became the Vice President of ICAI. So I welcome both of them to the Southern India Regional Council. As the time is for the President and Vice President, I thank all the members for kindly attending for the meeting. Thank you very much.
Vice President, may I now request CA Mandava Sunil Kumar, Vice Chairman SIRC, to present a shawl to our President. Requesting PA Pramod Ramamohan Hegde, Secretary SIRC, to present a floral bouquet to our President. May I now request CA Deepa Varghese, Treasurer SIRC, to present a shawl to our Vice President. May I now request CA Deepak Ladda sir, Chairman SICASA, to present a floral bouquet to Vice President. माननीय सीए मंगेश पांडुरंग किनारे साहेब, आपले चेन्नई मध्ये हार्दिक स्वागत आहे. Respected sir, it's indeed our honor and privilege to welcome you to Chennai. You are an eloquent orator. Sir, your unwavering commitment to the profession continues to inspire and shape the next generation of chartered accountants. May I now request CA Pramod Rammohan Hegde, Secretary SIRC, to formally introduce ICAI Vice President.
Well, I think Sir doesn't need any introduction. Come from the regional council, so during 13-14, so he understands the regional dynamics very well. He's also been a contributor to public policy, and he's also served as a member of the committees constituted by Government of Maharashtra, so where he has publicly worked and he has contributed to the government as well. And of course, he has more than 3 decades of distinguished experience in our profession. More than that, what I would like to say is, of course, our chairman took the privilege of introducing the president, who is from the south. Shastra says about the southwest, so which is very grounded, and they come from humble background. So that is what I can say. with this, I wouldn't like to take much of your time. We'll hear it from them and know them much better, and we all know Prasanna sir very well over the dais. Thank you, everyone.
It's time to hear from our Vice President.
Good evening, respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, CA Prasanna Kumar D, whom I know since 2013-14. Just now it has been introduced that I was the chairman of Western India Regional Council. Incidentally, our Honorable President Sir was a chairman of SIRC in that year. So we are batchmate in that sense. And I've seen his keenness, meticulousness, and appetite to work since then. He used to come to Mumbai. Whenever he used to come to Mumbai, he always visit WRC office. For his personal work, he used to come to Mumbai. But he used to visit WRC office, meet me, and try to understand what new we are doing in WRC, without disclosing what he's doing in SIRC in a lighter way. Of course, we had very good time that year, interacted with each other, and it was a nice occasion to be entering into Central Council once again when Prasanna ji was already a member. The other dignitaries on the dais, Chairman of SIRC, newly elected Chairman, I must say, Shubharao Mupala, Sunil Kumar Mandava, Vice Chairman, Pramod Hegde, Secretary, Deepa Varghese, Treasurer, Deepak Linda, Sikasa, Chairman. Of the dais, my colleagues in Central Council, CA Babu Sir, Shripriya Madam, RK Sir, my ex-colleagues in Council, Shekhar Sir, Kota Sir, past President of ICAI, Balkrishnan Sir, respected seniors, and my dear professional colleagues. We were just morning discussing that this is the first occasion when I'm addressing any ICAI official formal program as a Vice President of ICAI. And it's a great pleasure, privilege, honor to have in front of you Vice President of ICAI, because this is something I'm experiencing since 12th February around 3:10 in the afternoon. In a minute, the entire world changed for me. And never expected, and it reminded me of the entire journey which I think the Pramod said just now, or MOC said, that in 2018, I started my journey in the regional council elections in 2003 accidentally. It's not like from students' days or student association days I'm working or something. In fact, I had not gone before 2003 for any programs of institute also, hardly a couple of times, maybe as a CP attendant. But suddenly I was, forced in the election because of some peculiar circumstances I will not mention here because there's no much time in that. And I lost that election. But in 2006, again, people said that you performed well, which was unexpected again in 2003. So 2006, I contested, and 9 years at a stretch in regional council, then went on to become chairman. Then I won Central Council election also in 2015. And when you are in the peak of the career, suddenly there was a shock in 2018. I lost the election by 3 votes. And I was very disheartened, thinking of leaving everything, forget it, will concentrate on my own practice and all those things, like thoughts came to my mind. At that time, one past president, I frankly speaking don't recollect, told me that don't lose your heart. There is a incident, in past also, one of the member had lost the Central Council election, sitting Central Council member lost the Central Council election by a fraction of vote and went on to become president of ICAI. our MP Sarada sir. And those words, I think, inspired me again to contest in 2021, won the election, again 24 won the election, and I'm here in front of you as the Vice President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Why I'm telling you, not because of my achievement or something, but two things. One is, in the life, there can be tough times. You have to rise above that and make it happen what you want to do. And second, ICAI is such a thing where if you want to work for ICAI, there are ample opportunities and people, take you forward. People recognize that this person would like to work. So maybe there may be a momentary issues or lapses, but people take you forward. And these things I have learned in the life in ICAI. Of course, I can't say that only I was working. There are a number of people who were working. Some become successful in terms of becoming vice president because there's only 75 vice presidents so far. So I can't say that everyone is like that. Because there are very few lucky people, and I think I am one of them. It would not have been possible unless there is a thought in the mind of God that this person should become a vice president. Because all the council colleagues are equally talented and equally capable of coming to this position. And therefore, I always say that this is a collective leadership and this is not any individual leadership as such. I am sitting there as a representative of my 15 co-contestants of vice president elections, and I am very conscious about this fact. And I can assure you one thing, that I will definitely try and perform to the expectations of not only my council colleagues, but membership at large. Friends, in such gathering, generally the president has to elaborate about the action plan and future course of action of the council. So I will leave those matters to Honorable President, sir. But I would, from my side, would like to tell you that this institution is a peculiar institution where voters as well as the candidates, in general election I am talking about, are of the same qualification. Perhaps the voters are at times more qualified also. So basically, again, it emphasizes a collective leadership. And therefore, collectively, we have to contribute to the institute. We are simply being representing the entire class of chartered accountants. Therefore, each and every member's suggestions and inputs are very, very important for the institute. I know many members, feel that, oh, what is the necessity of giving suggestions, because whether they are heard or not. But all of my council colleagues will tell you that whichever committee the suggestions are forwarded, these are seriously considered, and of course, whatever is to be implementable are implemented also. And therefore, from this dais, my appeal to you is, please contribute to the institute in whatever manner. Number of opportunities are there. It is not only an elected representative who can contribute. Because if that is the case, then 32 members can't do the things which are required nationally and internationally to take this institute forward. And therefore, everyone has to think that what I can give to my institute. As has been said, that ask not what country will give you, what you will give to country, that is important. And we have been blessed with such a great degree, such a great reputation as a chartered accountant. And definitely, we have to give back to this great institution so that the next generation will again face and again have that kind of a pride, in fact, more pride. And therefore, if you ask me what is your view or what is your vision, I can only say that whatever has been started, and in the interest of the institute, I will definitely see to it that it is taken to the logical end and try to implement that, adding my little bit in that. Persons feel that some person has got elected to the post, so he has to think new. No, I don't think so. This is a continuous process. And therefore, our endeavor should be to continue the good things which have already been started, adding a little bit of yourself or a little bit of your flavor in that and take it forward. I always, in my vice president election campaign, I used to give example to the institute of a ship which is sailing in the river, not sea. There's a flow of river. In that, the ship goes on ahead. As long as the sailor is strong, even if there is some kind of a storm, he will sail through the ship in that direction. Even if sailor is weak, because of this flow of the river, the ship will go still forward. So it is not that our institute is such a great institute that will always go forward. Only thing is that we should see to it that it is going in the direction, it is not losing any direction and going in a speed which is a more than a natural speed. And I think in our honorable president, definitely we have a leader who will speed up the things and plan the things in such a manner that systems are laid down in the institute and the institute should run through systems rather than persons. And I think that is the right way of doing it. So therefore, from my side, I will definitely continue things which are being, laid down by the respected past presidents earlier also. It is said that this line I like most as far as the institute is concerned. This line is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It says that there is no limit to what can be accomplished if it doesn't matter who gets the credit for it. So if you think that in my tenure this thing is not going to get completed, so better not to do it, then good things will not happen. So credit ultimately be taken by someone else, but it's a core satisfaction in the heart that I have at least initiated some good things and I have taken forward some good things. The satisfaction is not about people who acknowledge or a person whose name comes on the plaque or something. The satisfaction is in heart that yes, when I'm sitting back after the laying down the office, whether I have done my duty or not. And I'm pretty sure that in the current leadership of Honorable President, it will be happening and I will also support that and do my bit in that regard. I also know that my council colleagues will not lose any opportunity to contribute their bit and everyone collectively will take this institute to newer heights. At this occasion, I must also compliment the outgoing chairperson of SIRC for her performance and entire SIRC team. Thank you very much for calling us here and showering your love, affection, and definitely collectively we will work together. Thank you very much.
Definitely together we will work together. Moving on to our honorable president. We got our president from southern region exactly after 10 years, after CA Devaraj Reddy Garu, who occupied this coveted position during the year 2016-17. Honorable President Sir, we are honored to have you amidst us today. Son of soil from the city of destiny, Visakhapatnam. CA Prasanna Kumar Dondeti, a leader who rose from the grassroots to lead the world's premier accounting body ICAI. President Sir, we know this is not just an official visit. It is a homecoming for you. As a proud alumnus of Loyola College and ICAI Chennai, you carry the DNA of this Chennai city, the intellectual capital of India. On behalf of the Chennai fraternity and all the members present over here, we welcome you with open arms and immense pleasure and pride. May I now request Revati Raghunathan, immediate past chairman SIRC to formally introduce our ICAI president.
our commitment that we would also be delighted to contribute in whatever manner possible to the endeavors of the council. So now I move on to the formal introduction of Prasanna sir, who needs no yeah, but then we do need to know what all of his achievements are. He's, as was said, an embodiment of dynamic and visionary leadership, and he's the 74th president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the year 26-27, and is widely admired for his versatility, unwavering optimism, and ability to inspire collective progress. He qualified as a chartered accountant in 1984 and is a fellow member of the ICAI with more than 4 decades of rich experience, and he has contributed significantly to the profession at multiple levels. His leadership journey began with the student-centric initiatives, serving in Sikasa, and he subsequently served as the chairman of Visakhapatnam branch in 2001-2, playing an instrumental role in strengthening professional engagement and capacity building at the grassroots levels. As a regional council member, he served with distinction in the SIRC from 2007 to 2016 and was the chairman of SIRC during 2013-14, and his tenure was marked by enhancing regional outreach, professional development initiatives, and increased member participation. He has now successfully completed 2 consecutive terms in the Central Council of ICAI, and he has chaired several key committees, ICAI committees, and spearheaded initiatives focused on the institutional strengthening, governance, and member welfare. During his tenure as a vice president of ICAI in 2025-26, the CABF, the Chartered Accountants Benevolent Fund, registered outstanding performance, received contributions of more than 6.09 crores, and provided assistance of over 2.24 crores to the needy families of the fraternity, reflecting strong trust and solidarity within the fraternity. He served as ICAI's representative on the Regional Direct Tax Advisory Committee, Hyderabad, for 2023-24, 24-25, and 25-26, and contributed valuable inputs towards the process flow improvements in the government audits. During the council year 25-26, as a vice president of ICAI, he was nominated as ICAI's ex officio nominee on the Standing Committee on Auditing Accounting Issues, SCAI of IRDAI, and also served on the Committee of Corporate Governance Guidelines for Insurers in India. He was nominated to the dedicated cell on the Services Trade Restrictiveness Index, STRI, constituted by the MCA. Grievance Redressal Committee of the Zonal or State level for redressal of grievances of taxpayers on GST-related issues, Telangana region. Committee on Corporate Governance Guidelines for Insurers in India on the Advisory Editorial Board of the National Forensic Sciences University, Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, Ease of Doing Business on Advisory Committee constituted for the LODR by SEBI on the Working Group of Experts for the National Risk Assessment 2025, contributing to reform measures and policy coordination. As president of ICAI, CA Prasanna Kumar serves as chairman of the all standing committees, that is the executive, finance, disciplinary, and examination committees, ex officio member of all the non-standing committees, and the editor-in-chief of ICAI Journal, the Chartered Accountant. He chairs ICAI's research and development wings such as Accounting Research Foundation, that is the ICAI-ARL, and the XBRL language of India, and the 3 funds for the welfare of the CA fraternity, namely CABF, Chartered Accountant Students Benevolent Fund, and the S. Vaidyanathan Iyer Memorial Fund. He also serves as director on the boards of the Institute of Social Auditors of India, ICAI Registered Valuers Organization, and the Indian Institute of Insolvency Professionals, and the ICAI International ADR Center. Globally, he remains committed to positioning India as a global accounting hub. He is currently technical advisor to IFAC board members, a board member of SAFA, and represents ICAI at board meetings of PAFA and AFI. On the international front, previously he represented ICAI on SAFA committees for Small and Medium Practices 2020-21 and Education Training and Continuing Professional Development 2021-23, further strengthening ICAI's global presence and recognition. With a legacy rooted in service, credibility, and forward-looking leadership with deep interest in digital transformation, ethical leadership, and sustainable development of the profession, CA Prasanna Kumar D continues to advance professional standards, strengthen global partnerships, and enhance the enduring influence of the chartered accountancy profession worldwide. So please wait, we all need to know whatever you are achieving. Beyond its distinguished professional achievements, CA Prasanna Kumar D is also recognized as a well-rounded personality with a strong passion for sports. An accomplished volleyball player, he has actively contributed to the promotion of sportsmanship, physical fitness, and holistic development. Through his association with various state-level sports organizations, he continues to encourage young talent and instill values of discipline, teamwork, perseverance, and resilience. Over to you, sir.
CA Mangesh Panduran Kennedy, Honorable Vice President of the Institute of Chartered of India, CA Muppala Subbarao, the Chairman of SIRC of ICAI, CA Sunil Kumar Mandava, the Vice Chairman, CA Pramod Hegde, the Secretary, CA Deepa Varghese, the Treasurer, and CA Deepak Ladda, the SICASI Chairman, and CA Bhawan Kallivaili, Central Council Member, and CA Rajendra Kumar P, Central Council Member, and CA Priya Kumar, Central Council Member, and past Central Council members, CA Kota Srinivas, CA G. Sekhar Sir, and all the past chairman of SARC, and the committee members and chairman of many branches who are present here, my dearest dear members, students, good evening to all of you. Most respected, CA Balakrishnan Sir, my guru and past president of the See, there is something which is in the heart. It doesn't come out so easily. He is in the heart. It's a great respect. So that is why it's not. Yeah. At the outset, I congratulate the entire team of the leaders of the SIRC for getting elected for the respective position as chairman, vice chairman, secretary, treasurer, and SICAS also. I'm very happy and delighted to come and participate in the meet and greet program of the president and vice president. It is a great memory for me that coming to this building itself is a great thing for me. This building has shown so many things to me in my life. And after becoming the president and after taking over as the vice president, Sri Mangesh Kennedy also, this is as he said, the first meeting that both of us are attending, addressing the members. We are very happy that this is the first time Honorable Vice President came out of Mumbai and Delhi to one place, which is my region, that is southern region. Thank you so much for coming to Bhawan. See, this particular premises, as a student for 3 years, and as a regional council member for 9 years, I had 12 years of experience here. As a student, I still remember the days when I used to sit, when we used to have a class in the same hall, Pramaya Hall, on the first floor of the old building also. When we used to have, as a students association vice chairman and secretary, we used to come a little early, make arrangements here, seating arrangements here. All these type of seats were not there. All the plastic chairs were there. We used to arrange very neatly here. See that blackboard they're all wiped properly and kept ready. All those things. Then we used to sit there among the students. So that is the type of experience I have in this particular hall. And as a chairman of SARC in 2013-14, I was here. So Rajendra Kumar is the one. For long, almost every day, as a SARC chairman, you are present in this building. Thereafter, another stalwart sitting in the same hall, see Babu Abra Kallivaili, is the first person who spent longest number of days as an outstation chairman. And Babu Abraham has set a target for me, and he encouraged me. Thereby, I spent more than him as a chairman of SARC in the same building. So he is the person who set the target for me. But ICAI, as you know, the largest accounting body in the world, and the most respected organization in the world, and Indian charters are the most respected accounting profession in the entire world, wherever you go. We have got presence in more than 47 countries, and we have got 85 chapters spread across the world. It's our desire to take spread our tentacles in such a way that we have 100 chapters across the world, and 47 countries very soon are going to make it 50 countries. 50 countries of presence will be there. Probably if you see the numbers, so any child account from one jurisdiction having present other jurisdictions, I think the largest number will be the Indian child accounts only across the world. As you know, last year, under the dynamic leadership of the C.A. Nanda sir, many initiatives have been taken. And just to say a few out of that, the first initiative is the initiative of the Government of India. The Government of India, particularly the Prime Minister's Office, PMO, they desires that Indian child account and the homegrown firms should also be at par with the big professional organization. That is the way, the Indian homegrown firms are getting encouraged to see that they're globally present. They also become, I don't say big 4, big 6, big 7, that's only a number, but we should also have a big Indian homegrown firms. In line with that, so multiple discussions took place over a period of maybe 5-6 years. So ultimately last year, the global networking standard guidelines have been issued. It has been approved by the council, and yesterday only we issued notification for global networking firms so that they should pave the way for many Indian firms to collaborate with the foreign firms wherever it is required, so that we got level playing field in India or par with the other big firms also. Similarly, it is our decision to see that Indian firms are also grow big, and our brand, our Indian brand, should also other developing countries, they also should collaborate with Indian firms to see that our brand has got a value in other countries also. Towards the direction, we have done a lot of work in global networking standards. When we talk about standards, we have got so many standards. You name there's a standard for chartered accountants to follow. Be it accounting standards, auditing standards, foreign accounting standards, internal audit standards, so many standards are there for us. But these standards, application of these standards for less complex entities is not that easy because they don't have such a manpower, they don't have such technology, they don't have bandwidth to follow. That is the reason why International Federation of Accountants, IFAC, they came with a suggestion to have separate standards, simplified standard for less complex entities. And ICAI has done a lot of work. I see CPR Kumar, she is the WSB chairperson. They have done a lot of work. I think very soon we are going to have standard for LCE also. And similarly, in information systems audit, this is a great initiative of the Institute of Chartered of India. As you are aware, that initially a certificate course for the systems audit, which was started early in 2000, that has been upgraded as DISA, that is a Diploma in Information Systems Audit in early 2000. So now we are in the version 1, version 2, version 3 is over. Now we have launched DISA 4.0. These are at par with any other course in the world. Particularly this particular DISA course is designed in such a way that whatever the requirements of today to conduct an audit in Indian situation, they have been embedded there. So this, while you talk about DISA, is not only chartered accountants who are conducting systems audit, there are many other professionals also conducting audit of systems audit. Keeping this view, Institute of Chartered Accountants is the first institute who have framed guidelines, who framed the accounting standard for information systems audit standards. They have been approved by the council, and in the entire world, there are some standards. In silos it is there. A comprehensive standards, entire world, the first professional accounting organization is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Right? So similarly, to follow the ethical standards, there have been demands for young chartered accountants. So the ethical standards you have been following in 1980, 1990, 2000, it doesn't suit our requirement today. You are telling the advertisement guidelines are very strict. How do we have got such a strict framework? How do we reach the prospective clients? How does a person who needs a service of a chartered accountant, how does he know that there is one chartered accountant by name CPR Kumar is available there, is available there? How do they know? We have to use the social media. We have to have some level playing field with other professions also. That is the reason why the entire ethical standards have been revised. A revised version has been released, and more or less we have aligned with the international ethical standards also. Similarly, we also take international area. Honorable Vice President was mentioning about that. I don't know. Revati was introducing me regarding ADR. The alternate dispute resolution, a major area which is opening up for chartered accountants. So whenever a dispute is there nowadays in the courts, we go to any court, particularly Delhi, I've seen. In Andhra Pradesh also, we've seen many courts have implemented that when there's a dispute, instead of taking the legal route, which is likely to take not only very costly affair, that also it takes a lot of time. keeping that we will go for alternate dispute resolution. So when there's a commercial dispute is there, so who else can be a better resolution professional for that other than a chartered accountant? We understand the commercials, we understand the numbers. That is the reason why we have started International Alternate Dispute Resolution Center in Noida, in Sector 1, our own building there we started. And the moment we established it there in Delhi, who are in touch with the legal luminaries there, they are also helping with all the content, the modalities to be in place for the ADR functioning. Once that is over, we are initially we are going to set, we are planning to set 5 centers in the 5 regional offices, major cities, not regional offices, 5 major centers in the country, thereby further down to up to district level. We would like to take this ADR, which is going to be a big professional opportunity for all of us. Similarly, internal accounting standards, they have been worked for quite some time, and is not is only recommended, not mandatory, but they have been revised to keeping in view the today's requirements of the stakeholders, and they have also been released during the current year. The AI training, so artificial intelligence is not a replacement for anybody, particularly chartered accountants. Chartered accountants, whatever the work we do, whatever audit or any analysis that we do, there's a professional skepticism there. Human mind has to work. Any software that you deploy, it may give the numbers, it may give the input, but that's not ultimate. You have to make analysis, and the human mind is required. Thereby, is not a replacement; is only assistant. It's a great assistant. No chartered accountant firm will be able to work. No chartered accountant will be able to perform the way they are supposed to perform without the assistance of artificial intelligence. Probably in a couple of years to go, this is likely certainly to happen. But that's not going to replace us. In this thinking these lines, the AI training program has been given to more than 50,000 chartered accountants, level 1 course. Now there is a demand from all the chartered accountants who are come to level 1, a certificate course. They want a level 2, the advanced course they wanted to learn. Therefore, we will launch that course also. Already more than 2,000 chartered accountants have attended this particular program. Similarly, GCC, Global Capability Center, you are aware. So that is a big thing is happening in the country. Almost every state government has come into some policy or other to encourage global capability centers. Because they get all the professionals, they get good employment in that one. Second is we get a lot of export revenue also. There are many jurisdictions in the world, they look at India for this global capability center services. So this also has been a big item that was taken last year, and it is in place today. So infrastructure is another area. So we are taken up as a trust area last year, and we are finding it difficult to acquire the land for establishing our own infrastructure, many branches. And this is the first year, so we have tried and we have implemented a policy for acquiring the land from private parties also through a transparent mechanism, the open tendering process. So I am happy to announce, I'm happy to make all of you aware that the first 2 lands which are acquired are in southern region. One is Kozhikode and another one is Ungur. We have acquired the land for the private party. In this process of the infrastructure creation, look at our own building here. This is a historic building. Even if one brick falls into a building, it hurts our heart. But still, these buildings have become very old. Time has come where I don't want to say that demolish this building. That's a very bad word, and we want to have beautiful building here. Signature tower is required. And already, the council, all the council members approved that we have sanctioned for construction of more than 150,000 square feet of building here in this particular premises. And apart from that, we're already in the advanced stage, so we're already identifying an alternative place. Very soon, Revati, she has done a great job in this regard, Revati and Arun, and we are going to shift this entire, whatever the function that we have in this building to 1 or 2 more buildings outside, and thereafter we'll start construction in this particular building. This particular premise has got a lot of, attachment here because most of the construction took place with the money contributed by our own chartered account brothers and sisters. But in this particular hall, late Brahmagari, after him, the Brahmayanko, they have contributed. Like that, many contributors are there for the Alex building as well as this building also. We have taken a policy has been written, a policy is there for the infrastructure policy where any building where the names are already given, in the new building whenever we go, the same area, suppose this building is 2,000 square feet, same 2,000 square feet area will be identified the new building, I will name after those who have donated for this particular building. This is a piece of friends, this is about the SIRC property. You go to Mumbai. That's what I've seen when I was the chairman. That's what Mr. Mangesh was referring to. I think my time is over. I'll take another 5 minutes to close. Okay. They got a beautiful building, and you go to Kanpur, they also have a very beautiful building. You go to Calcutta, they have a beautiful. We don't envy them, but we feel we too should have a building. That's the reason why SIRC also have a beautiful building. Another 3 years to go from today. Right? Similarly, if you got a protect beyond Ponamalli, we've got a beautiful property of I think 12 acres, a lot beautiful plot that we have. A SIPCOT is given. We are going to have a center of excellence also. All the approval is given by the council, and it's very soon, probably in a month or two. So we are going to commence construction there also. These are another news for all the southern region members, particularly Chennai. Rajendra Kumar says it's not going to happen. He's doing like that. Mr. Rajendra Kumar, we are having entering with agreement, revising the agreement NBCC. That's going to happen another 15 days time to go. Thereafter, we go for tendering for the property. Okay. So digital infrastructure. ICA is very keen on creating digital infrastructure. We have the branches, regional councils, the head office also. And thereby now the ERPs and implementation the ICA and almost all the functions the ICA. Now SSP, there's seamless is going, student and member service are excellent service are there, 24/7 sitting anywhere in the world. You can interact with the ICA for these services. Similarly, so now we are initiating almost every department of the ICA who are digitizing the entire processes. All these processes once digitized, maximum another maximum 1 or 2 years to go. I think anybody who comes with a pen into the ICA will be asked them to keep the pen outside, come inside. That is going to be the digital infrastructure that we are creating in ICA. So we are also coming with the Digi ICA project. So where all the UDIN, all of you are aware, practicing charters are aware. The UDIN is a great experience now. Similarly, we have got BOS operation for students. Student operation, everything is going to be digitally launched very soon. Once we launch it, we will have a very good experience with the as far as the students' activities are concerned. Similarly, CPE, which is very close to the hearts of all the practicing charters, particularly CPE also we've got a very good platform of bringing it. Thereby, so what the program organizing units, POUs, and the members will have a great experience with that. And also we are going to implement. Always the people keep telling that some members, so they don't attend full time. Maybe there's a 3 hours program, they may attend for 2.5 hours a day, or 2 hours they may attend and leave. So now, but attendance is not full 3 hours. It happens sometimes. Now they were coming with the geofencing technology, whereby if you go outside the premises, some 50 meters within the premises, your attendance is marked. If you go outside the premises, that will attendance is marked. This is also where you are using the technology, even SIM binding. Another technology we will explore is SIM binding, whereby that will be further enhanced. What is going to come. So anyway, so I'll just a couple of things I'll tell. Capacity building. Our institute is a premier institute where we've got so much of technology, so much of resources, so much of material that we have that regulators also, CNDH official, audit officer, CNDH also, they are trained in our premises, that is in the COE, Hyderabad, the COE, Jaipur, who are training their officers. Multiple levels of training is going on. Thanks to this initiative has been developed by Honorable Vice President when he was the Committee for Public and Financial Management Committee Chairman. So CAG also come out. Yes. So yeah. So apart from that, CAG has entrusted all the central government autonomous bodies. They are not audited. The expert advice is given by our own chartered accountants. They are appointed for almost every central autonomous bodies. Similar exercise, I think close to 200-250 chartered accountants have been appointed. And similarly, now that particular exercise is very successful, now CAG is contemplating to see that even state autonomous bodies will also be on the same thing, same methodology they are going to adopt. It is going to open many more opportunities for our chartered accountants in state autonomous bodies also. And NAMAM is NAMAM is also another initiative of Honorable Vice President when I was CPG from Chairman. And we are developing the accounting manual for municipal bodies. One, the accounting manual is the active part in developing accounting. This particular manual is the Institute of Charters of India. Our idea is once this is developed and the accounting is in place, I'm sure going forward in the urban local bodies, not only accrual system of accounting will be there, they will be also likely to be under the direct purview of the audit by chartered accountants. So these are another initiatives that were taken up. And CAG panel, those are practicing CAG panel, what excellent job has been done by our institute. And again, it is also initiative of as a professional development committee chairman. Honorable Vice President has done a lot of work in this regard. Now, friends, coming to the last item which I will discuss is regarding, education, curriculum, training, and examinations. So 5 years is already over. Ever since we formulated the new system of education, training, and curriculum. But now there's some suggestions that come both from student community as well as the members. So we are also working on that one. Very soon we will also look into that matters. If at all there's merit in those representation which have been made by the members, students, and the stakeholders, certainly we'll look into that one very soon. So we'll come out with some policy for that. And audit tools we have been talking about now, it's going to be reality, and some certain audit tools for the purpose of conducting the basic audit, what would be using the accounting packages for tax audit, GST, compilation, all those things are going to be covered, and small, less complex companies. So all those things will be covered in the audit tools. I think that's also going to be released very soon. So somebody was talking about the vision for the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. I think Honorable President was Vice President was telling. So we are having a meeting on 9th and 10th of March where we are going to come with a vision statement for the ICA for next 3 years. And Honorable Vice President said, it's not that after one council is over, the institute comes to standstill. No, it's a going concern, keeps on going. The great work has been done by our predecessors. We have to continue that work. At least, if not to improve, at least we have to continue that work they have done. So I'm sure we'll come with very, very good vision document. So in another 15 days to go. In this regard, only Honorable Vice President requested all of you to give your suggestions so that it can be incorporated in the vision document for the next 3 years. So we're also joining hands with Government of India with a vision document regarding corporate mitras. There are two schemes are announced by Government of India, particularly the Honorable Finance Minister announced in the budget speech. One is corporate mitras, which need to be implemented by all the 3 institutes: chartered accountants, cost accountants, and company secretaries. So that the guidance are being framed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, who also given a lot of inputs. Yesterday also given a lot of inputs. Probably another 1 month, less than 1 month to go, we'll get the complete guidelines. So we'll take it as a national building exercise, and we will all participate with Government of India and see that the number of youth between the age of 18 and 25 years, 18 and 25, they're trained under chartered accountants so that we create employment for them, keeping it with the tier 2 and tier 3 cities requirements. This is another initiative. PMIS, the Prime Minister Internship Scheme is there. So where 9,000 rupees stipend is paid, out of that 90% is funded by the Government of India. 8,100 rupees per month is funded by the Government of India. Who want to pay only 900 rupees. If you want to pay beyond 9,000 also, it is permitted, but Government of India contribution is limited to 8,100. This scheme has got certain limitations where the 900 rupees component need to be paid by CSR fund, whereas chartered accountants who don't have any CSR fund, who are not corporates. Keeping that view, we made a representative Government of India. They are considering that to remove the word CSR from our own funds also can do it. Thereby PMIS is going to be another great initiative. So where we'll be training the youth of this country so that they'll be employed. Then anyway, research projects we are taking up because COEs are one of the COEs are in place with the state of art technology, digital infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Certainly will take up the research projects which are of interest to our profession and also interest in the public also. So this is also another major area we're going to take up. With this, I'll stop here. I wish respected the chairman of SIRC, CM Mopal Subbar, and the entire team for the great initiative they thought of for the current year. I'm sure they are going to do a lot of service, human service for the members and students in the southern region. So apart from that, before I close, I just wanted to say, one thing is I was recollecting, sitting there in the same hall, my dear friends, in the year 1982. I was 22 years old that time. I was the vice chairman of the Southern India CA Students Association. There is a felicitation to CA, Ashok Kumbar sir. He was the president in 1982-83. Similar felicitation was there. Those days, chartered accountants students also very, very active. I don't say they are not active today. Those days were hyperactive because a lot of programs used to happen. The protocol that time was Bhawan sir. He remembers that incident today. That time, the chairman of SIRC, vice chairman of SIRC, secretary of SIRC, and the president of ICAI, along with them, the Vice Chairman of Students Association was also sitting on the dais. From the same dais, I felicitated as a Vice Chairman of SICASA, then Honorable President Ashok Kumar sir. But today, I'm so happy. I'm also sitting there as the President of the Institute. Friends, as you know, somebody was telling, I think Subara was telling, not 365 as a Vice President. I was in Visakhapatnam, is my native place now. I shifted from Kanakam Satram in the 70 kilometers from here to Visakhapatnam. So Visakhapatnam, I was in my Visakhapatnam only 15 days. 350 days I was in Delhi or some other place doing institute work only. And Delhi alone, one particular hotel, I stayed for 291 days. They felicitate me also for that. I'm so lucky. Personally, the institute is also so lucky. We got Mangesh Kinari, who is also very hard-working person. And also has got, I told you before contesting, all the contestants was there. We had an informal meeting. There are 15 contestants, 16 contestants for the vice presidency. I told them, I wish you all the best. Those so many are contestants, only one will become the vice president. Who will become the vice president? So you should think that you have to work not less than 300 days for the institute. Rest of the days only for your personal and your office work. And everyone said, yes, we will do it. In this line with that one, after he took over the vice president, he has done all the initial exercise in the office, for family, everything, and he's telling, why 300? I spent 325 days along with you in the We are sure with this combination, we'll meet the expectations of the government. First, is regulate the government are very important for us. So whatever the expectations, that will certainly raise to the expectation and be in the good books of the government and the regulators also. And also we'll do the best for the fraternity, both students, members, and all the stakeholders. With this, let's all wish and pray that we're all proud partners in the vision of the government of India to achieve Viksit Bharat 2047. The economic growth of this country will play a vital role. I'm sure by playing this vital role, we'll see that today also our institute has got a great name in the world, but we'll see that everyone in the world should say the Institute of Chairmans of India is the best institute in the world. Thank you very much.
Iconic building of ICAI Chennai, as well as the Center of Excellence at Iringa to Kotesri Perambur. All your points are well noted and well taken. Your journey from the shores of Vizag to the leadership of ICAI is open for felicitation and interaction with our Honorable ICAI President and Honorable ICAI Vice President.
All, I would like to thank our institute for taking a middle path on SA 600, thereby protecting the interest of majority of our members. Now, my question to our president is, what is your confidence level of SA 600 will be approved by MCA?
This can be very well answered by CPO Kumar sitting at the CPO can throw some light on this.
So thank you, sir. In our case, we have said no, please don't treat him as part of the engagement team. The second issue was whether working papers should be shared. Again, it's ICAI's stance that all of us are professionals, and it will also be very difficult for one principal auditor to see the working papers of another 50 subsidiaries. It's not feasible. So with these two principal considerations in mind, we also went through what they thought, were the failures or whatever. There was one particular case of Coffee Day which kept on coming up. So what we said, look, we need to ensure what we call as information symmetry between both the auditors. So the parent auditor should know what the child auditor is doing, the child should know what the parent auditor, and they should travel together. But beyond that, sir, I'm sure President is there and that'll be top on his agenda to do it. And we are also re-looking at 299. very thankful to the president and vice president because we had a fantastic group of 10 past presidents who had actually been party to this, and all of whom spent, so we did 8 meetings of not less than about 4 hours each. So hopefully things will take off.
Kinare means you are near everybody. Kinare means family. Now I am extremely happy to be here as the senior most living past president of the southern region. I love Kinare. That he was 2026-27, 30 years back. 1986-87, I was occupying. And my very good Shishya, he has been the vice president of SICASA. After me, I was in 1985-86. He became 2004, and he had an extremely good time that time. I told him, you are going to occupy this chair, since a person like me has occupied. This is what happened. So now I'm happy that I'm associated. I'm young. You cannot guess. Only 85. So at this age, I'm here to see you all. I'll come and see with Kinare, whichever region you are going, I'll accompany you and see you. And Prasanna is always there. He's going to a Vizag, I think, where he is going to have a conference. Vizag? Yes. Then we'll all be in Vizag and see him. I'm happy to be here one also with my guru. My guru is G.V. Raman. He was my guru. The only person who can say, I was senior to him, and guru is G.V. Raman sir. And I'm happy Prasanna, my Shishya, my man, my person, has become the president, and he has got lot of ambition. Chandrababu Naidu is going to meet, and he is going to bring like Amaravati. That time, we'll have a great thing in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra I have allowed, because my wife is there. He is a sociology man from Venkateswara University. My wife is from Usmania University, same thing. But he came running from Nellore, that side, to take a course. Laila said, I'll give you zoology only. He said, I'll take up zoology. I love Laila. Zoology means I can manage a zoo of people. Zoo of people tomorrow. So he did it, zoology, sociology, and then CA, nothing, he passed everything most creditably. And I'm happy to be associated with him. Energy, we are happy you are here. Guntur, my place. I used to be there every week to get calls 350 rupees or 100 rupees, 300 rupees. Those days in 79-80. To internal recruitment. Anyway, that time we were a student. That I know Andhra is dominating. Tripalaya is saying why I came to Chennai. He should have been Andhra. So same he is dominating and he continued to dominate. And he said, yay, artificial intelligence. Yes, I didn't do. My son yesterday represented the Supreme Court and he went and did artificial intelligence. He is an engineer. I didn't allow him. But still, we have good chance from artificial intelligence. President, you are right, Lisa. I don't want to take more time. And I know you had a good time with my region people. All are our people and they are all with us. And we will be with you. I remember I old my CM song. You said he said in English. I will say in Tamil because you all talk Garu Garu, Garu Garu. I must say, my MGR said, நாடென்ன செய்யும் உனக்கு என்று கேள்வியை கேட்பது எதற்கு நீ என்ன செய்தாய் அதற்கு என்று நாடென்ன செய்யும். That's a song. So he said, what you do for the country. Anyway, thank you very much. I recognize what other people from Madurai and all other people here and my Shishya, my student. She handed over as a chairman. She was quite as a chairman and did lot of work. And Sripriya is a classmate of my son. Batchmate. Like that, all people are there. I'm extremely happy to be associated with you. And I'll be here in all functions wherever you are. I never missed a conference. 54 years. From 68. We will be there. You want a delegate fee today? Whatever fee, today done. Number one, after you, number 1 and 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. All the best to you. Your best. Very much. Go man. Then I will not sit like that and talk to you. So all the best to you.
All the students should rally behind him. The moment he comes and see when the arrangements are made here, there, all the students are 30, 40 of us. We used to go like, what do you call it, Sankhya would call it, the battalion, yeah. I think we used to follow him. Those are very great days, sir. When I just talked, I just remember where it used to go. Thank you, sir.
As a Sikasa chairman, you decided to elevate to the position of ICAI president. Today, we request you to take a vow to achieve international level, and certainly we will do that.
Will do, sir.
I have one request to our president. Before I go into the request, I will give you a background of that. In the recent CAG directions, they have slowly sneaked in cyber security under our scope, which is a very risky area, which is a very niche area, which as chartered accountants, probably we will know very tiny part of it. I know Auditing Assurance Board would have had a major discussion with them, and they have pushed back CAG and not including in our scope. But it is fait accompli now. We need to honor that, whatever commitment we have given to CAG. So my request is, as a CA institute, can we identify a panel of cyber security experts so that auditors, when we are doing the audit, we can select from the panel rather than we going along and then looking for cyber security experts. Then using that expert and then complete the audit. That is my request. Thank you. And accordingly, fees for that cyber security expert, which will be very high, that will be factored by CAG for our audit, I believe.
Now you are aware, CAG is not involved in the fixing of the fees.
Right.
That we do fixing
Between
the
the
management. That they made it very clear. That's one good thing they have done.
Last time is elected Prasanna Kumar garu. We know from the last 3 decades. I'm so proud to have that small city and elevated to highest position in ICA. We wish him to achieve many roles in your coming days. And Visakhapatnam is already limelight from Google Center. So regarding that ICA also, you have to do something for Visakhapatnam. I'm congratulating and I feel proud from our hometown. You have become a president of ICA. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramon.
Reading our journal to find out what things are happening, and trying to see what little I can do to my people, my company now. But it has been great experience for me to have been a chartered accountant, to have practiced for 25 years, and then join the company as executive chairman 6
Actually, I was the SICASA secretary during the 2011 to 2012. When I am the secretary, we had conducted one national level conference where SAR is a SIRC member, and like what SAR is did, before day itself SAR came and she had ensured everything in Paka, and that cadre he no need to guide us, came to us and guide like that. This event should be like this, like this, like this. But he has given from minute to minute program when chief guest is coming, who is central council member is coming. There, Naresh Chandra Gilli sir as SIRC chairman, even that you have to. That means he is very particular in conducting meeting in smooth. And we have conducted the meeting, first meeting, Udyati, very famous for Visakhapatnam. For that, I was the one of the member in transportation. How SAR used to be in parking line.
Maybe we'll take care of that. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you.
May I now request Secretary
The Supreme Torchbearer, the largest professional accounting body in the world. And more than that, our own dear Prasanna Kumar Garu, the Honorable Vice President of the Institute, C. Mangesh Panduran Kinari, the newly elected Chairman of the Southern India Regional Council, Upala Subbarao, Vice Chairman Sunil Kumar, Secretary Pramod, Treasurer, I think Deepa has left, and SICASA Chairman Deepak Latha, and Honorable Senior Most Past President of the Institute. And I think I will always consider evergreen, C.A. Balakrishnan sir. I think, sir, we are amazed by your enthusiasm and energy level. And I think I don't remember, you might not have missed any felicitation meeting for any of the presidents in the Brahmaya Hall. And my very distinguished colleagues in the Apex Council of the Institute, C.A. Rajendra Kumar, C.A. Supriya Kumar, my former colleagues, G. Shekhar and Kota Srinivas. I see a galaxy of past chairman of the Southern India Regional Council with the senior most past chairman, Raman sir. Sir, I have very fond memories of your guidance when I became the chairman of the region in 2010. And my dear colleagues, I'm extremely proud and emotional to felicitate the leaders of the profession, the president, vice president, and chairman of the Southern India Regional Council, along with other office bearers. Me and the president entered the regional council together. I have served with him in 2 terms in the regional council. Later on, I am fortunate to serve 2 terms with him in the central council. More than that, we shared a very, very close relationship. Not because of anything else. I can tell you with confidence, C.A. Prasanna Kumar is one of the finest human beings I have come across ever in my life. Maybe, I think for any leader, I would say it's an epitome of 6 E's. The commitment. I think throughout, probably that would have most impressed me. The commitment to the cause of the profession and to the institute. I completed my 10th year in the council. That means I have seen 10 vice presidents very closely. I have not seen any vice president, for that matter, forget about the president, sitting at the institute office for more than 300 days. It is not like just not 300 days. I don't know. Yesterday, I talked to him. We talked to him at 12:45 a.m. and he said, "I'm just leaving the institute at 12:30 a.m." Both president and vice president, both of them are expected to come yesterday evening, but they changed the plan, and he has not missed any Sunday in attending the office at the institute, because he says Sunday is the most peaceful day to work because there won't be any visitors. All other days there will be continuous flow of visitors in the president's and vice president's office. Therefore, and if I recollect correctly, I think maximum 2 or 3 occasions he has traveled abroad. Many consider traveling abroad is a privilege for the president and the vice president, other than for IFAC meeting. I think, tempted him once to travel to Doha under one condition, that at least we will be able to mobilize 25 lakhs for CABF. This is one of the cause. As a vice president, he has taken up to his heart. And the kind of mobilization he has done across the country, even in Cochin, he has been with begging bowl to major CA firms to collect money for CABF. Because when he took over as a vice president, he realized that entire CABF money has been drained out during COVID, because 1.5 lakhs has been given for any member who has applied for assistance during the COVID time. And we used to give monthly support. There was no money in the CABF to support, and many families used to call the president and vice president in tears. That's the reason I said he is one of the finest human beings. Probably the second C is character. See, I think it talks a lot about in the leadership. And unblemished track record, whether it is at the branch, whether it is at the regional council, whether it is at the council. He has got an unblemished track record in every respect, as a person, as a leader. That talks, I think, volumes about his quality as a person and competence. We were just discussing yesterday that institute wanted to develop the software, and to the TCS team, office had several sittings, and he was recollecting to our old teacher of SIDP how he has taught the flowchart. With one flowchart, he has been able to explain to the TCS team what is the requirement. That is a kind of competence he is having. Therefore, and compassion. I think I talked already about CABF. That is one of the living example of his compassion. Not only that, he cares for everyone, whether it is a member, whether it is a student, whether it's an employee. He don't allow his driver to wait after late hours. There are many days, all Sundays he walked from his hotel to the institute. I don't know. Because he don't want to bother his driver on a holiday. That's a kind of compassion he is having on whatever he does in life. And for leadership, one of the most important requirement is credibility. One of the, I think, in Prasanna Kumarji, all of us know, he is one of the most credible leader the ICAI has ever seen. The credibility matters a lot. And even if all these qualities are there, if a leader at the helm of affairs doesn't have the courage to say what is right and what is wrong, and that is what is Prasanna Kumar. Therefore, I can assure you, my dear friends, I have been very closely working with him for last 30 years. The institute leadership is in the safe hands of Prasanna Kumar. You will see lot of transformation. Probably this region should salute for two things. One, he has embarked upon a mission to have a signature building in place of this. He got it approved from the council to demolish this building and to go for a new building. It is only out of his commitment and passion that we should have a new building. Second, the Center of Excellence. I think it has always been a dream, and that land we acquired, I think, more than 10 years back. Therefore, he has, and also, I should personally thank him. The two private projects, one is at Calicut, 17 crores has been sanctioned by the council for acquisition of a new land, 50 cents of land at Calicut in the heart of the city. Therefore, sir, thank you for, we are all proud to have you as a leader, and especially it is a moment of great joy and satisfaction for me too. Mangesh Pandurang Kinare, as I said, we have been very fortunate to be together in the council. Last year he was a professional development committee chairman. Lot of challenges were there, including the changes in the norms of empanelment for PSU and government audits. But one thing he always used to uphold, to protect the interests of small and medium practitioners. And whatever, and he will spend hours together and make several visits to CRDG office to convince them why this should be done like that. And I could say Mangeshi was the natural choice as a vice president out of his 6 C's, which I don't want to repeat. Therefore, I think 6 C squares are going to make wonders for the institute. I wish you all the very best in the as a term as a vice president. And the chairman of the SIRC, Upala Subbarao, very soft-spoken, humble, simple, but a noble leader. Wish you all the very best, and also wish all the leaders of the SIRC to have a wonderful year service. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Babu sir. We will request the Central Council members in Sri Priyatma to come forward and felicitate our Honorable IC President, Vice President, and Chairman.
Good evening, everybody. And the good news is I'm going to keep this really short because everybody's had a long day. Respected President, the Institute of Chartered Accountability, Vice President, Prasanna Kumar sir and Mangesh Kindreji, Chairman Upala Subbarao sir, others on the dais, and very, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen in the audience. Here's a very, very hearty good evening to all of you. And one nice thing about being the last speaker is everything that had to be spoken has been spoken and spoken very truly. So there's this Sanskrit line that says, Aham Sammatosmi. So I agree with all that was read out, all that Mr. Babu said, everything. One thing that's, to everybody who's sitting here, it might look like he's got a grand job. But I also think he's got a very difficult job. He takes over as the president of the institute at a time when the environment is very, very challenging to be a regulator, and the environment is very, very complex with the advent of artificial intelligence. We have 4 lakh members and 10 lakh students who have to be protected. And I'm sure every single minute that the president spends in the 300 days that he does is not merely to clear papers and clear files, but to set a clear vision in terms of what we want to be as an organization. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, and 75 years down the line. How do we continue to be relevant to the needs of the nation, to the needs of our stakeholders, to continue to dominate this market as an exemplary accounting and audit regulator? I think that's the first thing that he's been focusing on. And as he had mentioned, we have these guidelines coming out now. And we've been engaging very, very highly with all the ministries on how we can be more relevant and purposeful. And the second thing is, while we've been a very old institution, we've also had this challenge of not being able to standardize our processes. And Prasanna Kumar sir, even during his VP tenure and even prior to that, I was not there in the council for a short time. I've heard he's worked extensively, the e-office was his contribution. He's worked extensively on digitizing processes, which means in a few years from now, I think it's very likely that even before you can ask a question completely, you might have a bot that tells you the answer. With these very few words, I'd like to take leave of you and albeit a little later, very, very, very happy New Year. Hope this turns out fantastic for you. And here's the small thing that was not said, sir. My most sincere prayers for a great year ahead and for the life to come. And the same thing, whatever I said, stands for Mupala sir, to Deepak and to Pramod Hegde. It's a very young and a vibrant team. At least you can say the average age is very young. So thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Our Honorable Vice President, sir, he is a blue sky thinker with his feet firmly on the ground. My best felicitations to him. Mangesh Bhai, our Vice President, what lies before you and what lies behind you are very tiny matters compared to what lies within you. You will remember on the 11th I met you and what I told you. I'm telling now also, what lies within you is something which is going to emerge within you as the Vice President. I am confident that both of you, Prasanna sir was the Southern India Regional Council Chairman and Mangesh Bhai was the Western India Regional Council Chairman, working together those years. And it's a repeat history for them. History repeats itself as President and Vice President. My best wishes to you, sir. Chairman Subbarao, in fact, Guntur is a very dear place to me. I have a lot of friends there, many friends there. My dearest of the friends are also living there only. So, and I remember very well even today when I was the chairman of SIRC, I see on 4 a.m. in the morning I got a call that due to heavy rains, one part of the Guntur building has been down. The building has gone. One half of the building went down. Immediately we were able to contact the institute that day. After everyone woke up, Karthikeyan sir was the secretary. And within no time, ICAI reconstructed the building and I was present there for the inauguration. With you as the chairman, Subbarao sir, and with our honorable president also by your side, we can expect wonders. To the vice chairman, to the secretary, to the treasurer who just left because of some medical emergency in her family, my best wishes, and to the chairman Sikasa who is seated here also. Prasanna sir was the vice chairman of Sikasa. You are chairman Sikasa. He has become the central council member. He has become the president. You also will become one day. Best wishes to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, officer.
See, Rajendra Kumar sir, as the vice chairman of Sikasa, my seat was that seat only. I didn't know.
Yeah, thank you all for the wonderful felicitations. As we are aware, the ICA has always encouraged a culture and a culture of gratitude and recognition towards our members who contribute generously to the welfare initiatives of the Institute through CABF Donor Recognition Scheme. In line with this, may I now request the CAB Ramakrishnan, membership number 201023, to come forward and receive the shield from the hands of our beloved President and Vice President.
Ready, sir? Ready? Wait, sir. Okay. Okay. Look at the please pen level please. Look here, sir. Good. Madam. Thank you. Okay, ma'am.
Also requesting our dignitaries.
Sir. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
CA Naganathan M, membership number. We are showing your memento and the certificate of recognition from ICAI as part of ICAI alumni.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah. Friends, just a few more minutes. From SIRC, we have the
Back. Take it over. Look here, sir. Sir? Madam? Okay.
You for making it convenient to come and attend and also to understand what we have in store for the entire year. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता